Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope that all of you are doing fine during this pandemic of COVID-19. And without furthermore, let's continue with the purpose of our presentation today. As the task given, our group will present about the advantage and disadvantage of method of data collection through questionnaire. But first, let's make a move to the content of our presentation. For introduction, I, Puteri Sharmila Binti Nasharuddin, will give some explanation about the questionnaire. Next, Arina Binti Azahari will tell you guys about the advantage of this method. Also, Nurul Najwa Binti Mazlan will explain to the audience for the disadvantage of this method. And last but not least, Nur Fazleena Ezati Binti Abd Mutalib will conclude or summarize all the contents of this presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Puteri Sharmila, and today my group and I will present about the advantage and disadvantage of method of data collection through questionnaire. But first and foremost, what is questionnaire? A questionnaire basically is a research method that consists of a series of questions or other forms of question required to acquire data from a respondent. This is perhaps the most crucial step in the questionnaire development process. The form and number of questions that we ask our respondent will determine by the objective of our survey. Questionnaire can be through of any kind of platform such as Google Form or collect the data by face-to-face with the public. But in the situation of pandemic of COVID-19, we are not allowed to face the public. So the best way to collect all of the data that we need is through Google Form. For you guys' information, Google Form is a platform that has many advantages if we use it properly. For example, Google Form can save our money. It is said so because it can save our car fuel cost because we don't need to look for respondents and the data can be collected through Google Forms by online.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arina, so I will continue my part, which is I will explain about the advantages of a questionnaire. So the first one is economical. Economical is a way of accumulating information. It is an economical both for the sender and respondent in time, effort, and cost. The cost of conducting the study with the help of questionnaire is very low. It is because the researcher has to spend the cost for the paper printing and the postage only. There is no need to visit each every respondent personally. So it does not require a high cost for conduct of the research. Secondly is a wide coverage. Wide coverage. It is probably the best method to collect information compared to the other method like interview or observation. When the sample population is spread over a large territory, it permits a nationwide or even international coverage. Questionnaire makes it possible to contact with many people who could not otherwise be reached. It can cover a large group that can be done by a single researcher only. So for the last one is a rapidity. In this case, there is no need to visit the respondent personally or continue the study over a long period. It is because the replies from the respondent may be received in very quickly in a questionnaire method, and the respondent also has more time to think of proper response. So we can get both in terms of great speed and a great respondent to our research. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I am Nur Mazlan. I will explain the disadvantages of questionnaire. There are many pros factors from the survey that we will figure out. First one is the rate of response is quite low. In case of mail questionnaire method, the proportion written is usually low. The factors which are likely to affect the written are the layout of the questionnaire, its size, the organization conducting the research work, the nature of appeal, the kind of respondent chosen for research, and endorsement for response. This is usually happen before the survey begins. Respondents will be less likely to participate in answer question if they are overburdened by the increasing number of survey. As a result, the creator will have a low response rate. Next, the character will face obstacle when nobody is on hand to explain the question, resulting in question incorrectly, answer or no answer at all. Respondent will sometimes just skip answer or drop out halfway through. This happens quite frequently because the questions are posted online and no one is present to prompt the respondent. There are variety of reasons for this, including unclear or confusing question, irrelevant question, and incomplete answer option. Making the required answer can help with this, but it also increases the probability of someone abandoning the question or answering incorrectly. Last but not least is the character only can ask very simple question. The problem with not presenting question to user face-to-face is that they may interpret the question differently. Result can be subjective if no one explains the question truly and the character ensure that everyone understands it. Respondent may struggle to understand the meaning for some questions that appear clear to the character. This miscommunication can lead to skewed result. The best way to deal with this situation is to ask simple questions that are easy to answer.
My name is Nur Fazleena Ezati Binti Abd Mutalib. From our study, we have come to the conclusion that questionnaires have advantages over many types of survey because they are cheap and can easily target group of interest, and they can be used to target a large audience in a wide geographical area. It is difficult to achieve 100% response rate regardless of the method used to collect data. All types of survey have advantages and disadvantages. In some, the researcher have more control over the situation. For example, respondents can be influenced or receive response from interviewers to respond in specific ways. Lastly, we can conclude that surveys are the most used in the analysis. There are a few items you can do before diving in and designing your questionnaire to collect all the data from the customer. Determine the form of questionnaire and the goals. Focus on the correct question, identify the target audience, and much more. Keep this guide ready for reference.